Hello and welcome to my little vivarium. There is a lot of cute little animals in here who are making me resources. And today I wanted to talk about breeding. At some point in the story, you will unlock a breeding station, which you'll be able to buy for 1,000 galleons and then place in your vivarium. And since selling beasts is probably one of the best money-making methods in the game, at least in early and middle game, I was wondering, is breeding beasts actually gonna be profitable? I've seen some people online in articles saying that breeding beasts is actually pretty profitable business, and I decided to make this video to just show my opinion about breeding. So first, let's talk about how breeding works. So you can basically, once you unlock the spellcast, it's going to be, again, part of the main story. So if you're not there yet, just keep doing the main story. You'll get there soon enough. Once you do that, you can actually just conjure it, just like you can any other item right here. It costs 15 moonstone, not very expensive. You can place it anywhere in your vivarium. And the way it works, you can come here, interact, and you need to make sure there's a space available for a new creature. So we're gonna... Oh, look at this cute mooncalf offspring. There's so many little offsprings. That is amazing. So let's capture one of them so we can have space for...
Potato.
Oops. So we can have space to breed one.
I'm not going to hurt you.
So what do you need for breeding a creature inside a vivarium? You need to have a male and a female version of that critter inside the same vivarium, and you need to have at least one empty space. So once you do that, you can literally come here, select an animal, click it, and it's gonna take 30 minutes for any animal. Doesn't matter if it's a unicorn or if it's a buffskin. It's gonna take 30 minutes to create pretty much a new creature, and it's gonna be called the offspring. Like, for example, here you just saw I have a mooncalf offspring. I have a bird offspring. These creatures are adorable. Thank you for the fur, sir. Very nice of you. Look at this little adorable little mooncalf just running around. Aww. You're so cute. Adorable. Anyway, the thing about this is that it consumes one female while the breeding going on, which means for 30 seconds this female is not going to be able to pretty much do anything. Eat, interact with you, or breed again. But male, however, will be able to do it. So one male, if you had, for example, 5 females and 1 male inside one vivarium, you would be able to breed 5 new creatures at the same time. So let's think about it. Does it actually make sense to do this, and when would a breeding be useful? So I decided to run a little experiment. I've created basically a full vivarium dedicated to breeding. I did it for testrals. Let's go check it out. Right here in the swamp, in a dark little gloomy area, I have 5. So 5 breeders is pretty much the maximum amount you can possibly have inside one vivarium. Not because it's limited to 5, because it doesn't make sense to have more than 5, because you need 5 empty spaces and 5 females, which is 10, and 1 male, 11. So, and 12 is the limit. So 6 vivariums you would not be able to run at the same time. Only 5. Here I have 1 male testral and 5 females, and also a bunch of offsprings that just basically came out of these stations. So what, in my opinion, I'm going to tell you my opinion right now, right away, and then I'm going to elaborate why I think so. I don't think that breeding in this game is useful for anything, to be honest. At least not for money making. For example, after I finish breeding, I need to come and capture all of these little creatures. which, like, in the real world, I would still need to capture them no matter what. And it's pretty much the same amount of work you would need to do as capturing puffskins, not counting on how much time and effort you're going to need to put into breeding itself. So, in my opinion, it's much more efficient to capture puffskins in the real world, outside world, and then sell them without breeding anybody. Because every single creature sells for the same amount, 120 coins, and it makes no sense to me. Why is unicorns, that are probably the most hardest creature to catch, like, it literally is such a pain to catch it, why are unicorns sell for the same amount as puffskins, which are just one-click catch? So you would think breeding unicorns should be a pretty profitable venture, but it's not. Actually, capturing puffskins in real world is much more profitable. So this is how it works. Basically, in this, I have a breeding empire where I exploit these pure creatures for profits. But honestly, after this video, I'm gonna take all of this down. It's not worth the hassle. So I have to come in every time, capture 5 small testrals, which could be anywhere. They could go far away, they could go all the way to the river, and it's going to be a pain to capture them. So I have to go do this, click this 5 times, and then come back in 30 minutes. In 30 minutes, I could go do the loop around the world to every puffskin location and collect, summon all of them, and go sell them for so much more profit. So, profit-wise, breeding, in my opinion, makes no sense. It's literally not worth it unless they change the prices for critters in the future. But since the puffskins and testrals sell for the same time, it's much more time efficient and profitable to just go out there and capture the little puffskins in their natural environments. What could be other reasons you would want to do the breeding if not for profit? Oh, hello there, little baby. If you're not doing this for profit, you're probably doing this for resources? I don't know, honestly. Actually, I haven't checked yet if the small creatures actually ever grow up. I mean, I assume they do, unless you want to have... Maybe if you want to have tiny little creatures in your vivarium, it would be worth it to breed them to just get the babies. But I would think the babies would grow up. Again, I can't confirm this just yet, but that would be my understanding. But if you just want to have more creatures, it's almost always easier to just capture them in, like, outside world. Yeah, some of them are pretty hard to capture. Like, testrals are absolute pain to capture. Same as unicorns. But how many do you actually need? We have 13 creatures and we have 4 vivariums, which means you will have 4 species in each vivarium, and you can have up to 3 of each. So you technically do not need more than 3 creatures of each kind unless you're farming specific resource. For example, if you really don't want to capture a bunch of testrals and you want to, for example, have a whole biome full of testrals, yeah, maybe it would be worth it to do it once just to get the number to the certain amount that you want. But other than that, it's, for most cases, if you just need 2 or 3 creatures of each kind, it's so much easier to capture them in the real world, to be honest. So breeding is a cool mechanic, but the fact that all the creatures sell for the same amount of money, take the same amount of time to breed, it literally, there is no differentiation. It kind of defeats the purpose for breeding, in my opinion. I will be capturing all the creatures that I need for my vivariums outside because it's fun, first of all. The only real use I could see for this is making money, but even at that, it just doesn't work out. In my opinion, they have to balance the prices of critters. I think 1-star critters should sell for like maybe 30 galleons, and then for every next star you're getting extra 30 galleons. So creatures that are harder to capture would actually give you more money, and then breeding those creatures inside your vivariums would actually make sense. Anyway, if there is any reason I'm missing why a breeding could be useful, except, again, creating, for example, if you want to get 1 billion unicorns for some reason, and they're pretty hard to capture, You could just bring a couple of them and just make them make babies for the rest of their lives until you fill up the whole vivarium with them. But then after that, I would probably take the breeder out, because it's just there is no reason to continuously breed animals. That's my main point. Anyway, what are your thoughts about breeding? What do you do with your creatures? Do you breed them for any particular reason? I'm kind of curious. Maybe I'm missing some very, very important use case scenario for it. I would like to hear about it. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments and click the subscribe button. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. It's going to be glorious. Thank you for watching and take care.